Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to create a birthday card with the help of my Big Shot. My card base is going to be Cajun Craze. I've cut it at 8.5 by 5.5, scored it at the 4 1/4 mark, and that's going to be my base. To that, I'm going to add a layer of Very Vanilla, but I'm going to do that in a minute because what I'd like to do right now is take some scrap papers to create some embellishments for the front of my card. I'm going to use the Vintage Leaves stamp set, and I'm going to use this leaf image right here, and I'm going to ink it up using Old Olive, Delightful Dijon, Crumb Cake, and Cajun Craze, and then I'm going to die cut out the leaves with the help of my Big Shot. So let's start off with the Old Olive. So I'm going to ink up the leaf, I'm going to stamp it down, and then obviously I'm going to have to clean it with my washing machine and my dryer. And then I stamp off on an old scrap piece of paper. And then I'm ready for my next color, which is Delightful Dijon. So I'm going to do that for all of these 4 colors. And then I'll be ready to die cut them out. And here's my last color. And I'm done with that. Now, let me move these colors out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in my Big Shot, and I'm going to use my magnetic platform and my bottom standard cutting pad, and then I'll start off with the Cajun Craze, and then I am going to use the Leaflets framelits dies. They correspond beautifully with the Vintage Leaves stamp set. And you don't have to do any fussy cutting at all. You just put your die around your stamped image, hold it in place, and die cut it out. So I'm going to do that for all 4 leaves. There we go. So I've got my first leaf done. I've got 3 more to go. And here's my last leaf. And I'm done with my Big Shot and ready to move on with the next step of my card. So here are my 4 leaves. Now I'm going to bring in the layer, the Very Vanilla layer. All the dimensions for the cardstock will be over on my blog. So if you want to make this card at home, hop on over to my blog after the video is over, and I'll have a list of all the ingredients, a set of instructions. I'll post this video, and I'll have the dimensions for the cardstock. Now I would like to put a phrase on the front of my card, and so to do that I'm going to use the Basket of Wishes stamp set, and I'm going to do the Happy Day, Happy Year, Happy Life, which can be used actually for a multiple of occasions. Whenever I am stamping on a layer, I always do that first in case I stamp crookedly, and then I could just flip it over and use the other side. But in this case, worked out fine. And then I think I'm going to add a couple of little elements to the front of this card. But before I do that, what I want to do is just get these leaves on here. See how I'm going to have them fit. I don't really want the Cajun Craze to be close to the ink on the front. All right, I think this is looking pretty good. Like so. And then to attach them to the front of my card, I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. You know how much I love Stampin' Dimensionals. You don't have to use a lot of them, you just have to use 1 on each leaf. So you get a lot of bang for your buck when you buy these. because you can use up the entire sheet, and it takes me a long time to use them. Okay, 2 more to go. And the last one. Now I think it's ready to adhere to the front of my card. I actually could have done that before applying the leaves, but I didn't, so I will do it now. I'm going to use my snail adhesive. And here's my card front. There we go, looking pretty darn good. And then I think what I'll do is one last detail, and that is this brand new punch that I got. It's the cookie cutter punch, and I'm not going to use it for the cookie part. I'm going to use it because I want one of these little dots. I think what I'll do, actually, I just got a great idea. I'm going to punch out 3 different colors of dots and add it, one to the happy day, one to the happy year, and one to the happy life. To attach the dots to the front of this card, I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen. And here's a tip for using your glue pen, is put your glue where you want to drop your dot, rather than trying to put the glue on the dot. And then you can just slide it over like so. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. And then the last one goes here. And then I'll just set my card aside to dry for a bit. And then it is ready to give to somebody special. There we go. Now, as soon as you use your fine tip glue pen, you should put the lid back on immediately so that it doesn't dry the glue out. And there we go. I think we have a really cute birthday card for the fall season. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used and the measurement for the cardstock layers, hop on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. I send a newsletter each week. It's free to join my subscription, and I will show you a project idea you won't see anywhere else. You can place an order for the products I use to make this card, or you can just look through lots of other sample ideas. I try and post something almost every day. I'm Terri, I'm Nuts About Stamping. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.